Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Mike here, coming at you on behalf of the whole entire A&M Woke Squad team and crew. And I'm coming at you today with a video, and it's going to be a story about our recent and one of our most craziest times while we went urban exploring. And it happened to be that we were exploring Fairfield Hills State Hospital, which has sat abandoned since 1995, and it sits sitting pretty in the state of Connecticut since '95. Yeah, let's jump right into the story. All right, so the day that we did this, it was like a week ago, but that doesn't matter. The point is, we did go and we had this crazy experience. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into that right now. We all meet up, we all get together, we take two cars. It was me and Alec in one whip in one car. It was Alina, Mariah, and our guest, quote unquote, Alina and Mariah's friend Courtney in the other car. We took two cars just so we could build that suspense and bring an extra car just for no reason. We just took two cars. I don't know what else to say. Okay, so we took two cars. We headed up to Fairfield Hills, about a 30-minute drive from where we were. We started our adventure and our journey from Meriden all the way over to Newtown, where Fairfield Hills sits abandoned. So after the drive there, we all get there. We park our cars in a spot that's not sketchy in one of the parking lots where the public is allowed to park, which is great. Didn't mean that we would be entirely safe for the journey and the exploration, but it meant that our car was safe and that it wouldn't be towed, it wouldn't be tampered with by police, etc., etc. We're good there when all is said and done. Parking our car goes. Anyways, we get out of the car, we get our gear together, we grab our flashlights, we grab our backpacks, whatever the case is, whatever we had, we grab it, and we begin to walk onto the property to see what buildings have open windows, open doors that haven't been sealed off or boarded up. And to be honest, it kind of took a little bit of time. It really did. We weren't having that much luck. It seemed that recently the town of Newtown had taken the initiative and taken the time to board up and patch any broken windows, any broken holes in doors to keep people and vandals, unfortunately vandals, but yes, not just urban explorers, but keep everyone outside of the buildings where they're supposed to be. But luckily, eventually we did find an entrance point into one of the buildings. The building was called and named Cochrane House back in the day when the Fairfield House was open. We found a hole in one of the windows to one of the doors, and there was actually a chair that we had to step on in order to climb into that hole through the door and get inside of the building, which we all did. It took a little bit of time to get everybody. We had it was like 4 or 5 of us in the total in the group to get into the building. But after getting through that hole in the door, we were all set, and we everyone pooled into one room after getting through that hole in the door, and we decided to take a quick break until we headed further into that building. Off the bat, though, things were a little different. Things were a little weird. We noticed that the building itself had a lot of cold spots. Not everywhere was cold. A lot of buildings that you will go into that are abandoned, it's a lot colder inside for some reason than it is on the outside. But this building wasn't like that. The atmosphere itself wasn't that cold. There were certain frequent cold spots that we were all experiencing that was a little bit nerve-wracking, to be honest. Also very, very quiet inside of this building. You could hear a pin drop if you wanted to, if you could. That's word on everything. Very, very, very quiet in there. That being said, we gathered ourselves together and we discussed which way we were going to head into the building further. And we went out of the room we were in that we had just gotten access to through the hole in the door, in the window, whatever. And we started walking down this long corridor, this long hallway. And we ran, believe it or not, we ran into a group of people that we had met on the outside of the building. And the thing is, the people that we ran into inside of the building, there were 3 of them, 2 guys and a girl. And the guy in the front leading the pack of people was like, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here right now. Let's get out. And they didn't even say hi to us. They just ran by us, literally. And we had no idea why they said we need to get out of here so quickly. We didn't have any idea at that point in time that it was probably to do with the same experience that we were about to have with paranormal activity and all that. But we just thought it was because maybe they had... we didn't know. And I can't tell you why, because we didn't know. We just thought it was really strange that the only thing we heard when these people walked by us in that long corridor, that long hallway, was we need to get out of here right now. A crazy way to start exploring this building. It really was. Anyways, we pushed past this. We pushed down, further down the hallway, down the corridor we go. And we're walking. We're being mindful of our surroundings, the whole 9 yards, using our flashlights because it's starting to get dark outside and not a lot of natural light was coming into the building. So we continue to walk. We're walking. And that's when things got even weirder. We take a left into one of the rooms off of the hallway that we were in. And my buddy Alec, his girlfriend, another crew member of the A&M Woke Squad team, she stepped out into the hallway, and she's looking back and forth, and she looks down one part of the hallway that we were just in, and maybe, I don't know how far away, but maybe 100 feet down the hall, maybe not even, but she saw a black shadow, a black apparition shadow figure manifesting in front of her own eyes at the end of that hallway, at the end of that corridor. And she froze. And after she froze, she ran back into the room we were all in, and she was just like, yo, I just saw something crazy. I just saw a black shadow at the end of the hallway, a black-looking shadow figure-looking creature thing, demon, entity, whatever the case was. She said she saw that at the end of the hallway, and instantly that triggered my my idea that I was going to go check it out myself. So I was like, guys, stay here, stay safe, stay safe. I'm going to go check it out. So I walk out into the hallway, and almost instantly I saw the same black apparition just waving itself, just manifesting back and forth, as if it was doing a wave motion. And it wasn't a piece of debris waving from the ceiling or hanging down from the ceiling. It wasn't something coming up from the floor. It was literally an apparition that was pretty much see-through, but it was dark enough to the point where you could tell that it was a black entity or black shadow figure. And I saw it with my own two eyes as well. So I ran back in the room. I was like, guys, oh my gosh. She's not pulling your leg. She's being dead ass. Excuse my French. She's being serious that she saw what she saw, because I just saw it, and that's word on everything. Make that up. I would not make it up, even to make the experience more exciting while exploring. I don't make up paranormal events like that. If it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't happen, it's not going to happen. And it happened in this case. Yeah, you know what I mean? It was crazy. From that point on, we all had a quick discussion. We all kind of broke down what just happened to Mariah and myself, what we had just seen. And the conclusion was that we were going to walk further down the hallway towards, go figure, towards that black apparition shadow figure that we saw. So we all step back outside of the room that was adjacent to the hallway, next to the hallway, and we start walking further down towards where we saw the apparition. At this point in time, I don't see any more apparition, but when we first stepped out into the hallway, Alina, my girl, she said that she saw the same thing Mariah and myself had just seen. So that she had confirmation too. That was 3 people out of the whole group we were with that saw that apparition firsthand. We're walking down the hallway towards where we saw the apparition, feeling these cold spots left and right, creepy as anything, and we finally get to the point where we saw that apparition, that shadow, that black entity, and we just stand still. And it's as if time was so slowed down. It felt like we were inside of that area or inside the building in that spot for minutes on end, like at least solid 20-30 minutes just in one spot. But really it was only a matter of a minute or two before we moved on, and we were going to hook a right down one of the hallways. We started to really get this weird feeling that something wasn't right. And then, if I remember correctly, 2 of the girls that we were with, 2 out of 3 of the girls, Mariah and Alina, heard a noise. I believe it was a noise. I don't think they saw anything after that, but they heard a noise or something like that, or saw something. And they said, we got to get out of here. They took off in front of me, Alec, and Courtney, and they started running down the hallway we had just come down. And we had to catch up to them. So we were like, guys, what's wrong? What's wrong? They're like, we got to get out of here now. We just felt something. We just had something happen to us again. And that was too much to happen to us in such a short amount of time. So they couldn't, it was overload. It was just so much stuff happening, so many paranormal events unfolding in front of our own eyes that a lot of us weren't, it's not that we weren't ready to experience any of this, but it's just that it was just so shocking and so much to take in that we had to get out of there. So we followed them out. We were trying to find the exit of where we came in. And then walking back out down that hallway that we had come down in the first place, my boy Alec was in the back. And Alec literally was walking. He wasn't running. He was just taking his time. I was trying to catch up with the girls who had ran in front of us. And I looked back, and out of nowhere, this thing, I don't know what it was debris from the ceiling, falls, and it almost hits Alec in his head. It would have knocked him out unconscious, no doubt. Nothing there that would have manipulated it or done something to make it fall on him that we could have seen, that we saw. We didn't see anything. Something invisible, otherworldly, that was unseen, caused this stuff to fall from the ceiling out of nowhere on Alec, and it almost hit him. And instantly Mariah mentioned that this stuff always happens to Alec, the spirits or the entities at these places that tend to be haunted that we go to. It always happens to Alec. Oh my God. Sorry, Alec. But it happened to him, and at that point in time we were like, why did this stuff almost just hit Alec and strike him in the head? We didn't know. We didn't have an answer. Obviously, in my head, I was thinking to myself that it was probably that same black apparition, that shadow figure that we had seen. I thought it was something to do with that. And it was real spooky. It was real creepy, the fact that something almost hit him in the head. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't sound like a crazy thing that happened, but it really did. The way everything unfolded, the way we saw things, the way we heard things, the way it all happened and played out, it was really, really creepy, and it was really scary, to be honest. We got out of there at that point. Headed back towards the entrance, in this case, the exit of the building that we're going to leave out of, and took us a little while to get back out of the building, get all of us through that little hole in the door, etc., etc. But we did. We got out in one piece. And then as we're walking away from the building, a squad car pulls up to the building where we were in back of. And he gets out of his car instantly. He's like, you guys are trespassing. You're closer than 15 feet to the buildings. You're supposed to be 15 feet away, whatever, so on and so forth. And we're just like, no, officer, we're not trespassing. You know, we apologize all out for being that close to the building. He didn't know we went in there. If he did, he probably would have ticketed us or arrested us. But he's like, it's all good. It's all good. But he could tell he was a little stern in his voice. And he was just basically saying, you know, you guys got to get out. I think he literally said, he's like, yeah, but now it's your time to get out of here. So, yeah, after running into the police, he let us go. No tickets, no trespassing tickets, no arrests, nothing like that. At one point, I thought he was going to take us downtown because he was like, you guys are going to get out of here now. I thought he was going to take us in the cop car, but no, it didn't happen like that, which was good, I'm grateful for, and we all were. But after having that paranormal experience, that run-in with the police was just topped it off, so much so that we had to say our goodbyes to Fairfield Hills for that day. Just a lot had happened in such a short amount of time that we really couldn't have asked for anything more or less. It was just that type of experience that we had while exploring that day. You know what I mean? So anyways, all of us head back to our cars, and instantly we begin to recap and discuss what had just happened inside the building, outside the building with the cop run-in that we had. And we agreed, all of us, that we had got enough footage. You can actually check out our YouTube channel. I think we documented the majority of the footage that I just told you about in this story on our YouTube channel. You can also check out my YouTube channel, Mikey Chow 777, to see my video on my other channel regarding this topic, regarding this time we went urban exploring. And yeah, we all agreed that it was time to get out of there. Alec and I went in one car and the girls went in the other car. We drove back to where we came from. We drove back home. And this is a story for the books, guys. It was one of my craziest paranormal experiences that I've had. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my EMF meter that day to test the electromagnetic fields in the atmosphere. So I probably would have picked something up, to be honest. I didn't bring an EVP device. I didn't bring my voice recorder. I didn't bring my spirit box. But that's another video to come in the future with all that stuff. We have tons of videos with all that paranormal hunting equipment in them, so you could check them out. Feel free to. But yeah, this is just excuse me. This video has just been a briefing about what had happened to us on the day we went urban exploring within the past week, and yeah, just been a quick rundown of the paranormal event and the police run-in that we had on that day while we were exploring. I hope I broke down the event enough to the point where you guys could understand what happened to us, how it unfolded, etc., etc. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like down below. We love the support, really do. Thank you guys. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your experiences that you've had at Fairfield Hills, or just while urban exploring for that matter. Any paranormal run-ins or police run-ins that you've had, so on and so forth. Let me know down in the comments. Let us know down in the comments. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button for more content coming your way. We got a lot of videos coming out, so stuff to be excited about, for real, for real. Lastly, we really appreciate you guys, what you guys do to help us and support this channel. So thank you for watching, thank you for the views, and so on. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, word everything. Anyway, so until next time, from all of us over here at the A&M Woke Squad team, the Woke Squad crew, peace, be easy. Catch you on the flip side.